welcome. My name is Michelle Anantala with Harmony's Divine Design. And today we are literally going to work together to create a YouTube video from start to finish. So I know that some of you might be acquainted with it, some of you may not. But just to give you a sample, I'm going to pull up really quickly my video so you can get an idea of what we're doing today. So about 3 weeks ago, I assembled my harmony and jazz video. And it was an assignment that Misha from Coco Twins had did. It was a project that she did for one of her lives. And I'm like, wait a minute, that's something I can do. I can do that too, type of thing. So what I did is create the video. Now, to my surprise, the video literally took on a life of its own. So as you see here, this particular video, my very first one, is up to 4,300 views. Surprised me like crazy. So I'm like, okay, well, let me go ahead and share the knowledge that I have with you guys as well. So to kick things off, if you were in one of my previous class, we did a let us create a room with the fillable prompts. And that with that prompt guide, it actually generates rooms for living spaces. So you have your bedroom, bathroom, kitchen, that sort of thing. So what I'm doing now, I'm in ChatGPT and I'm going to use one of those prompts from that prompt guide to render our room that we're going to use for our YouTube TV art today. So the prompt is a front view of a minimalist, elegant living room wall, focusing on a stylish electric fireplace and an ultra-modern entertainment center with a large flat screen TV. Now, when you create your prompts, adding a flat screen TV in the room or whatever dynamic that you're creating is definitely key for the YouTube TV art, because when it renders, we're actually going to place our art in that spot. So the rest of the prompt reads, the setting is defined by sleek Scandinavian furniture in neutral colors. Above the fireplace, a sleek modern vase with a single tall white orchid adds a luxurious touch. The room's architectural details are highlighted by recessed LED lights, creating a soft, inviting glow. This view shows the central elements of the room, emphasizing a chic and sophisticated atmosphere. So we're going to go ahead and render that. Hopefully ChatGPT cooperates with me, because sometimes it likes to act up when I teach class for some reason. So hopefully we can get the image that we are working on. And if you have any questions or anything like that, definitely type them down in the chat, or you can raise your hand while I'm going through this. All right, so this is actually perfect. So what we're going to do now is copy this image, and I am going to plug it into Canva. Now, I like using Canva for this, mainly because of the simplicity of Canva. Now, when you're in here, one of the important things to remember about YouTube TV art to really get it to stretch to the dimensions that you need is you can actually go into Canva, and here you could type it in, but mine popped up. Select YouTube live stream video. And what that will do is actually give you the template size that you need for your YouTube. Okay. So nice blank page. Now we're going to paste our image in here. So once it decides to act right, there we go. Now I'm going to set the image as the background, because I want you to be able to see the full artwork. Now we'll go over here into elements and we're going to add in a frame. So I click the square frame and I'm going to actually align it up with the TV that we have here. And the good thing is this has some shadowing. So when you put your images in, it'll look like it is bouncing off the TV. So what I'm going to do here is go to grid view, and I'm actually going to duplicate the page. I'm going to Control A, Control C, and paste in as many as you need. So for this example, I'm going to utilize just 6 slides. So we're going to go ahead into the first one, into our uploads. And I'm going to go ahead and plug in my images. And you see it bounces right into the frame. And I'm just going to repeat all the way through with the pictures. Now the pictures I'm using are new images we put up in a store well, yesterday, actually. The maternity shots getting ready for Mother's Day. Put some little duckies in there. Now, typically I like to stay with a theme. So if you notice on my YouTube channel, I have a ragtime video, there's a bossa nova that is in the bathroom and things like that. I just put a rain meditation video together also. So that's what some of these images are from. So now we have our images set. So we can take a quick look, see what that looks like. And then it adjusts. I believe right now it's set for every 5 seconds or so. So the images will just continue to flip through. Now, on some of these images, you see that they're a little out of proportion. So what you'll do is double click. And once you double click, it should open it up for you to be able to move your photo around within the frame. There we go. So if you want her whole head to show, just drag it down. And we'll do the same for this one. Alrighty. Now for me, I personally like adding transitions into my work. I just think it just looks better. Um, that's really it. No particular rhyme or reason behind it. So in between the frames, you'll see the add page button and transitions. So click add transitions, and then your transition options will display. For me, I like to do match and move and apply between all pages. Now, if you want to add audio into your video, you can, and you can actually add audio within Canva. Okay, so I'm going to scroll down and select see all. So we can put, what type of music would you guys like to see in a video? Go ahead and drop that in a chat. See what we can create.
I was going to say jazz.
Jazz? Okay, awesome. All right, so let's do some jazz. All right, so we could go ahead and play a sample. Okay, that's one option. Let's see. So let's see if we could get instrumental in here because I really don't want words. So let's see. Let's try this one. Okay. I like that one. Now, with these features, this is in Canva Pro. I do believe they give you some audio options in regular Canva. However, of course, it would be limited. And so if you have Canva Pro, you have a bigger library that you can use in Canva. There's also other websites such as Suno.
Suno AI, which you met.
Okay, Suno AI, where you can actually create your music yourself. So it'll be one of a kind songs just for your work. And I'll show that in a minute. But here, let's go ahead and view our video again now that we added the music.
Yeah, it's on.
I really like that song. That's nice.
I've got to get my cup of tea.
It is really nice. All right. I like that. Okay. So we have the basic structure. Now let's work on our timing. So I know for some, when creating YouTube TV art, it could be a little cumbersome trying to get all the images. I know that for an hour video, you need about 120 frames. And I know some people have 120 clip art pictures saved, but if you want to keep up with a theme and things like that, my rule of thumb that I do is I will create 30 frames with 30 unique images. I have a thing about threes, and then my timing is for 30 seconds. So to adjust your timing in Canva, you'll click on a frame down here and you'll see a little clock up at the top. Right now it's defaulted at 4.7 seconds. I'm going to click that, adjust it to 30, and I'm going to apply it to all my pages. So now the video with the 6 frames that we just created went from, let me do it again, went from 27 seconds to now 3 minutes. Okay. So what you would do after, say, you did all your 30 frames is a mass duplicate. So Control A, Control C, and then Control V. And then you would just go ahead and add it. So now you see our video has now grown from 3 minutes to 12 minutes. Okay. Now the Suno, I'm going to go ahead and pull that up. And I'll show you guys. Yeah, I'll show you guys how that works. So in the chat, give me an idea of a type of song that you would want to create. Is it a ballad? Is it a pop song? Little jazz? A theme? Which would you like to create?
Jazz violin.
Jazz and violin, and T wrote in a ballad. So I'll put them all in. So jazz and violin ballad. And I want it just instrumental. I don't want any words. And we'll go ahead and click create and see what that gives us. So let's see. Oh, I like the name of it. Midnight Serenade. Fancy. All right.
It always gives 2 choices.
All right. So this always gives 2 choices when you type in your song description. So I really like that. It gives you the options. So let's go ahead and play option number 1. Very pretty.
You can hear all 3.
Mm-hmm. That's beautiful. And now let's see option number 2. Mm-mm. So this one sounds a little bit more melodic, more piano based. All right, so let's go ahead with option 1. So I copied the audio. Now I'm going to go over here back into my Canva and open up the video we were working on. So the first song that we put in was only a minute long. Now let's see if it will paste the audio file. Of course, you paste it that way. Get out of there. Excuse you. Now I got a thing that doesn't want to go away. There we go. All right, let's see if we're going to download this as audio. All right. Then we're going to go over into Canva and we're going to upload our audio file into Canva. So I'm just going to drag and drop and let that come up. Perfect. Now I'm going to add it into our video. Now, as you see here, it created a dual line. Okay, so sometimes Canva will do that if it's overlapping. So you have to be mindful of where you place your mouse. So I'm going to undo it. And now I'm going to take my mouse and select the frame that I want the audio attached to. Now you see it's on the same line as the first song. So we're going to go ahead and move it over because I really don't want a big pause in between. And I think that's what you're going to give me anyway.
You just have to tap it.
Yeah, there we go.
Right there.
Ah. Okay, it wants to do its own thing today. All right. Let's see. We're going to get you to move over, Mr. Stubborn. No. All right. Well, we're going to leave it up and down. It'll be fine. So with the first one, I like to utilize audio effects. And what that does, it fades in and out the song. So think about when you're at a party or listening to the radio, instead of for having that hard pause, it'll fade out and blend in going into the new song. So I'm going to put 1.25 seconds here for it to fade in, and the same for the fade out. And that did it for this purple bar down here. And I'm going to do the same for the blue. Okay, so now we have our music fading in and fading out. So let's hear what that sounds like. So you hear how the sound has actually changed. Now,
I would actually put the midnight first.
so what I would do, because I have a music ear, is I would flip it around and I actually look for songs that sound good blending together. Okay. That way it kind of creates that unison within the video, right? Now, a thing with Canva, again, remember, it will only provide you the length of the song. Okay, so if a song is 2 minutes, 3, 5, however long it is, it's only going to give you that snippet, right? So you have to make sure that you scroll over to the end to add your next songs into it. So I will go back into our Canva library over here. Is that the one I just did?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's try another song. Okay. Yep. So now that one is a minute long. And here we go. And you would do the same steps throughout your video, right? If you want to add audio into it, it would be the same thing until you get to the completion of your video. So I want to give you guys a quick little peek at what that looks like when a video is completed. So let me go over to my Canva and show you what it looks like on the inside of the video. Okay. So this is the inside of my harmony and jazz video, and this is what it looks like on the inside. So when I go to grid view, nope. You had a question?
Yes.
Yes, instead of constantly adding this music, can you duplicate maybe 4 or 5 songs throughout your video?
Yeah, you certainly can. So it also depends on how long you want your video to be, right? So if you just say want a video that's about a half hour long, you can definitely do that. If you want one that's an hour long, you can do it as well. It's really up to you, honestly, and what your personal preference is on how you want to construct your YouTube video. So, as I was stating before, to make an hour video, you need over 100 slides, right? So this particular video is an hour and 16. Now, you'll see all the slides in here. With this, I decided to repeat my artwork. So again, that was generating about 50 unique images for the video for this particular one. And then getting them all set, squared away, and then copy and pasting in bulk. So to look at the audio track here, I'll show you guys what that looks like really quick. So it's just literally following the line of your video all the way down until you're completed. So if you want to repeat songs, you definitely can. If you want all original music, you can do that as well. So again, that is up to you. Now, one thing that I definitely would suggest is to not use copywritten music, because when you do, YouTube will flag you because they do a copyright check on your content. Okay. Now, when you utilize these songs in Canva, some of them are copywritten. And YouTube will let you know, hey, this song is copywritten. However, it's okay to use for YouTube. You don't require any further actions. So that happened to me with this video. There was a song in here and it was copywritten. YouTube's like, hey, just a heads up, this is copywritten material. However, it's permitted for commercial use. Okay. So let's go back to our video we were working on. And I'm just gonna go ahead and plug in some more songs just to get an idea. Okay.
That's supposed to be instrumental.
Yeah, it was supposed to be instrumental, but we'll go ahead and just plug that in really quick.
Do you ever have more than one scene in one video, or you usually have one scene?
Excuse me 1 second. Oh, excuse me. Usually I have one scene. That's just my personal preference. You can add multiple scenes if you'd like. It's completely up to you. So say if you want to do a living room and a bathroom, or even outside scenes, really. Like if you don't want to have to create just art inside of the frame, you could just generate backgrounds that you want to use and use that as a YouTube video. Another thing is if you are a person like that likes to paint by hand or create certain things by hand that you want to display, I'm actually going to show you guys how you can put your physical products on display in your YouTube video, still using this same type of method. Okay. So I'll show that in a second. So let me just go ahead and finish putting the music here. Yeah, there's a whole lot of singing for stuff that's supposed to just be instruments. All right, I'll plug that one in there. Heck. Finish plugging.
How long is this video?
So this particular video we're working on is 12 minutes. So I'm just trying to get some music in here because I'm going to show you guys the process of uploading it into YouTube once you get it all together. Now, in regards to YouTube, have you guys created your YouTube channels yet, or what's the status on that for you guys? Go ahead and let me know in the chat. All right. So, all right, so no channel. Now, with that, you'll actually be surprised. So if you have a personal YouTube account, you can turn your personal YouTube account into a channel. You can create a channel from that. And that's what I did with mine. I had a personal YouTube channel, and I decided to be like, okay, I'm going to make this for my business. So that way I didn't have to create a whole nother YouTube account. Yep. So that was one helpful little tidbit that I found out, because I thought that I was going to have to create a new account and the whole bit, but thankfully I didn't. I just made the needed changes to reflect what I needed it to be. So I changed it from a personal to a business and just started uploading my content. Okay, so I have a channel from many years ago. I actually did some music video. Awesome. That's awesome, Pat. That's wonderful. So you're pretty acclimated with the with using YouTube and its tools and things like that. So that's cool. So that same channel you can go ahead and use for your content if you wanted to, you know. Yeah, but I know you'll definitely wake it back up after this class. Oh yeah, you'll definitely wake it back up, because I have some goodies for this. It's going to make this a little bit easier for you to create. So that'll be awesome. All right, so right now I'm just going ahead and just plugging in music for the video. And again, as you see, because I'm not putting my mouse where it needs to be, the music jumped to the next line. So let me put my cursor where it should be and keep on going. So I line it up with the end of the music, grab my next song, and rinse and repeat. So I don't know how some of these songs sounds. It might sound like a Mod Podge by the time I'm done, but it's okay. All right, let's see if I can expand that without losing the front. I think I'm gonna have some gaps. Yeah, I'm gonna have a gap. All right, so let me see. Excuse me. Oh, my allergies are not participating well. So let me take out instrumental and see if I could get maybe a 2-minute song. Now in Canva, they do have songs that are longer than a minute. I'm uncertain why they're not showing up right now, but they do exist. And I would love to know why they aren't here. Oh, okay, here we go. So you see here, you have one that's about 6 minutes, 3 minutes. So let's see, plug this in here. Okay, so we'll just plug this one in here, close that gap up. All right. And this wants to be stubborn and not move. Oh, come on. Okay. I'm not sitting here fighting with you right this second. Let me try another song. All right, let's try this one. All right, all of them want to jump to the second line today. It's all right. Burp, burp, burp. Technology gets as temperamental as we do sometimes. All right, so, and another thing in Canva, you can shorten the song. So you can shorten the song, but you can't really expand it. Okay, so with this song that, excuse me, I just added in, the total length was 3 minutes and 49 seconds. But as you see now, because I wanted it to fit into that bar, it's now 1 minute and 1 second. So let's go ahead and see how that looks really quick, just to get an idea of how our video will be. So remember, the frames are going to transition every 30 seconds. So every 30 seconds, you'll see a new picture above your fireplace or wherever you place the frame inside of your image. So there we go. It just transitioned to the second one, and it'll do that going through the entirety. So if you guys have any questions or anything like that as of yet, let me know in the chat, or you can go ahead and raise your hand. Alrighty. So the next step we're going to do is download our video. So we're going to keep it in MP4 video format. I'm going to go over here and click download. Now, as that is downloading, I'm going to go into my YouTube channel. So this, when you go into YouTube and you create your channel, You'll get a few good little tools to help you monitor your channel. So this is the dashboard. It lets you know your latest video and its performance down below, the amount of subscribers you have, and this is pretty much your analytics for your channel. What your top videos are in the last 48 hours, the videos that you have published, comments, etc. So to upload our video, we're going to go up here in the upper right-hand corner and click Create. Go down and select Upload Videos. Now, you can either select files or drag and drop. I'm going to go ahead and select files, go to my recent downloads, and upload the video we just did. All right. File, all right. Oh, come on, bugger. Let me try it one more time because I don't think it was done downloading yet. I think I moved a little too quick for it. I did. All right, one more time. Awesome. So when you upload your file into YouTube, for the title, it's automatically going to put whatever your file name is. So just remember to go in and change it. So I'm going to name this one YouTube TV Art Class Sample. Okay. Now, huh? Yes, please, because I sound like a frog. Next, we're going to go down to the description. So here is where you would describe what your video is about, right? So if you're creating a video that has no sound, you can note that down here, whatever your theme is. If you're making a meditation video, a jazz video, whatever your content includes, that's what you would place within your description. So for this, I'm just going to put a sample video from class and then today's date, just for my brain cells. Now, when you place a video in YouTube, it will automatically generate thumbnails from your video. So that means that certain scenes that their system reads might grab the user's attention. That's what they're going to snatch out of your video to advertise your video. Another thing you can do is upload the thumbnail that you want to use. So we're going to go back to Canva and say you want your first frame, or if you want to create your own frame for your thumbnail, you can. So we're going to go up here in the upper right-hand corner, click Create a Design, and I'm going to type in YouTube thumbnail. And the reason that I actually type in what I want is so that I can already have the dimensions that's needed for the system without having to worry about something being stretched out. Now, as you notice, for the YouTube thumbnail on the left, they do give you some examples and templates that you can use. So if you wanted to, you could use one of the samples provided in Canva, or you can definitely generate your own. So this is one example. Another is I'm going to actually go back to our video, go to grid view, Control C, because I'm going to copy that first frame, and I'm going to paste it into our thumbnail's dimensions. Okay. I'm going to now export it same way. But with this, I don't want it as an MP4. I want it as a PNG file. Because remember, we're not putting the video up, we're putting the thumbnail, which is a still image of what you're working on. Go ahead and click download. Now we're going to go back over here to YouTube, and we're going to upload. Did it give me all the files? It did. I only wanted one. So let me cancel. Let me go back here. I only wanted to download page 3. Download, go down to select pages, deselect all, and select the page that you want to use. So if there is a really pretty picture within your YouTube video that you want to use as your thumbnail, then you can definitely do so. All right, we're going to go ahead and click download again. Back over to YouTube. Upload thumbnail. All right. Awesome. It just finished downloading. And it should not have downloaded as an MP4. Why is it downloading like that? Let me try it one more time. Let's see. Yeah, it shouldn't have downloaded like that. All right, hold on 1 second. Because I didn't change the format. That's why. Being clogged up and trying to work. You forget things. All right, now we have it. It's a PNG, and I only want the 3rd page, and we're downloading that one. Perfect. All righty. So let's go ahead and put that in. Okay. So now this will be your thumbnail when people search your video. Another good thing about using YouTube is the playlist. So say for instance, you do different types of music, right? So you have a section for jazz, you might have a section for R&B, meditation. I like to use the playlist to organize my things. And again, like I said, since this was previously, thank you, my personal account, I had personal playlists in here as well. So what I did was mark those as private. So I could be the only one that sees that content that I have in that playlist. For the business, here you'll see Harmony's Divine Design Art and Music Collection. So I'll go ahead and tick that. Now I'm going to slide down, and it's going to ask you if your content is made for kids. Now, even though I have no expletive content or anything like that within my videos, my target audience is for adults. So I'm going to click no, it's not made for kids. And when you also click that, it allows you the functionality of, say for instance, if you're on YouTube and you want to do something on your phone, it allows the video to pop out and still play for that person while they're still working on YouTube, because that's an adult functionality. So my loving son told me that tidbit, which I did not know. So I'm like, okay.
The child.
Yes, the child, of course, teaches the adult at times, as always. Now, if your video contained any type of product placement, sponsorship, or endorsement, underpaid promotion, you would tick that box. My video does not, so I'm going to leave that unticked. Altered content. Do any of the following describe your content? Does it make a real person appear to say or do something they didn't say or do? So for instance, if you use the AI generator on a picture of Beyonce to make her say something that she's not saying, that she didn't really say, then you would tick this box as yes. Does it alter footage of a real event or place? If you generate, okay. So let me know if you guys can see my screen. Okay, so for this particular scene, this is a mix of digital art and physical art, right? So I generated a yoga studio for this, and thank you. And on the inside, that's actually a hand-drawn picture that I did of my husband meditating. So the way that I did that, and show that to you guys again. So I'm going to go here. I'm going to duplicate the last page. I'm going to open that up. I'm going to detach the image. So say if you made a mistake, you put the wrong picture in the wrong place, you can simply detach the image from the frame and delete it out. And I'm going to grab that image because I did post it up in our group. I posted a lot of stuff in our group. So let me just go to recent media because it should be there. There we go. So I'm going to grab this picture. I'm going to go ahead and copy. And this is a picture that I literally just took with my phone of the canvas. I'm going to paste the image in here. I'm going to drag it into the frame. And then again, you can readjust the picture to show what you want it to show. If you want to take the fireplace completely out and just make the picture bigger, you can do that also. So now those physical pieces of art that you have, you can also put it on YouTube TV art for display. So if you're a hand-drawn artist, if you're a painter, if you make even bags, hats, any type of material, you can generate the background you want for it and literally put it on display on YouTube. And that will generate customer engagement and it'll make people intrigued on what it is you're showing. Okay, so that's another little tidbit I wanted to go ahead and share with you guys. So does anyone have any questions? Everybody feeling good about their YouTube TV art and what they're creating? All right.
Yes, you explained it very well. Very detailed. Thank you.
You are welcome.